The fourth season of Umbrella Academy concludes the Hargreeves journey, but the series finale falls short of the Netflix show's potential. The Umbrella Academy has ended its 5-year, 4-season run. Season 4 explores what happens to the Hargreeves siblings in their new chronology, and it seeks to give their story significance following all of their world-ending exploits. Unfortunately, it falls short on the latter front, as their farewell is disappointing and renders the entire journey meaningless. At the conclusion of the Umbrella Academy Season 4, 5 discovers that the Hargreeves are the cause of the primary timeline's disruption, leading to the world's ongoing demise. Ben and Jennifer threaten to ruin everything they know and love. The group chooses to fuse the marigold in their bodies with Jennifer's Durango, effectively ending their existence. They are able to save Allison's daughter and Lila's family by using the odd, time-hopping subway. However, when the timeline is reset, it appears that the Umbrella Academy does not exist at all. The Hargreeves siblings' decision to die is a disappointing ending. Although spectators expected at least one of the Hargreeves to die in Season 4 of the Umbrella Academy, the fact that they all chose this destiny is extremely depressing. After 4 seasons of following the dysfunctional, superpowered family, the story concludes in the most depressing way possible. The Umbrella Academy's last season doesn't start off well, either, since its early episodes retain the zany, joyful vibe of prior seasons. Only near the end of the series do things take on a gloomy tone, and the climax goes way too far in that direction. While tragedies typically have satisfactory ends, this is not the case with the Umbrella Academy. While tragedies typically have satisfactory ends, this is not the case with the Umbrella Academy. The faults with the conclusion extend beyond the tonal anomalies. The show kills off the Hargreeves without addressing key plots or family difficulties, making their deaths all the more heartbreaking. The reason they need to die is also unknown, so 5's insistence that it is the only option seems out of left field. Such a finale will also make rewatching the Umbrella Academy difficult because the previous seasons are rendered worthless. None of the Umbrella Academy events took place after the series finale. The Umbrella Academy's ending renders the entire series meaningless because nothing happens beyond the Season 4 finale. End of the Beginning not only depicts the Hargreeves sacrificing their lives for the greater good, but it also emphasizes that they will no longer exist in the reset timeline. Nobody, not even the family members they worked so hard to save, will remember them. And don't get me started on how ridiculous it is that Allison's daughter, as well as Diego and Lila's children, survived. If they do not exist, how will their children? The fact that none of the Umbrella Academy takes place after the end also makes viewers wonder why they spent so much time watching the Hargreeves story develop. All of their character development and world-saving adventures are for naught, and Season 4 doesn't provide enough of an explanation to justify their actions. Perhaps there might have been more build-up to Ben and Jennifer ending the world, or a greater connection to those that make it to the main timeline to make their sacrifice seem more justified. Unfortunately, the execution falls short of expectations. The Umbrella Academy Season 4 mishandles its romance stories. The Hargreeves' destinies aren't the only issue in the Umbrella Academy Season 4. In truth, the final 6 episodes are deficient in several aspects. The Umbrella Academy completely blunders its romantic plots in its last season, which is made even worse by the Hargreeves' deaths. The most obvious example is 5 and Lila's affair, which seems completely extraneous to the plot and makes both characters less appealing. Lila and Diego's marital problems are intriguing enough without another party. This damages Diego and 5's relationship, which only makes things worse. Lila, Diego, and 5 have suffered the most as a result of the Umbrella Academy's poorly managed romantic subplots, but they are far from alone. Poor Sloane never reappears after missing at the end of the Umbrella Academy Season 3, and Luther never finds closure. The Umbrella Academy also rushes through Ben and Jennifer's relationship, making their attachment feel too artificial to explain Ben's later acts. The short season is partly to blame, but the program's other relationships show that it simply does not know how to handle romance.